Hi Guy, a new pickup this week. I saw this thing on a forum. As I've been umming and ahhing about buying retro consoles and stuff for a bit. I mean, I know I got into the links and things, but after seeing this device, it just completely blew me away, and I'll go through on this video and explain why. So it basically cost me 100 quid. It was second hand because of that, but the guy bought it from new, didn't know how to get it working, so I mean, God almighty, it's not that complicated. I mean, it's basically a phone system because it's Android. I mean, I've never used Android in my life, but 30 minutes messing around, man, good idea how to get around. But anyway, yeah, so this is the nice big chunky box, nice and weighty. I say it's all Android. There's the old back, so let's crack this beauty open. I've already opened it, obviously I've set it up, but I just thought I'd show you what it was like in the box. It was all wrapped and bundled at first. It's very Apple style, I thought. I was quite impressed with it. Well, the unit itself, I mean, there you go. It weighs about the same as the Wii U gamepad. And now that's a 7-inch tablet, and I'll just grab my phone to give you an idea of what that's like size-wise. I mean, that's that's an old phone, that's a 3GS, but can you see what I mean? There's just absolutely nothing in the hand. I've also got my, oh no, it's charging, sorry. I was going to show my iPad as a good comparison, but it's probably about 2/3 the size of the iPads in width, and then probably half the size up. And it's a rather good weighty meaty unit. You get a good selection of buttons, 2 thumbsticks left and right. The only slight grumble I had when I first saw these, I don't know if you'll see that on the camera, but when you see, you know, I move that down there, the ball beneath the stick doesn't go all the way back, so when you really strain it down, see that sliver of metal there? That's like the spring for doing the remote underneath. It's only a slight grumble. They could have just maybe stretched the plastic a bit more, but like, yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it. Anyway, right, the buttons themselves, the things with these pads, straight on, I did a lot of research when I bought this. Was the feel of the buttons, because if it's a poor gaming device, even for retro stuff or even modern Android games, what's the point in having a gamepad? You know, if it just doesn't feel right. The D-pad's great. I mean, it feels it's not too clunky, it doesn't click, it just feels nice to control. The games respond well with it. Same with the buttons, you get a full set there. I would have preferred them to be rounded, that's just my own personal taste. And then on the top end you get like R1 and R2 on an L1 and L2 as well on the back end. No buttons on the back, it's literally just the device. But on top of the thing, which is fantastic, this is what sold me in the end, HDMI out. So I mean, I put all my emulators on it and all my ROMs and stuff, plug that straight into my TV, and straight away I've got a 40 in any console I want to put on it. I'll show the games and that off in a minute, but very, very impressed with that. Charger on top, oh, there you go, charger up there. The charger that came with it was a proper, this is a Chinese console, so you might be thinking, oh, straight away, which is why I would recommend don't buy a new one, because there are some inherent faults with it when you first, you know, on some of the dodgy ones that you get, where sometimes the screen's broken or there's lines across the screen, and you just, you know, you just can't tell offhand. So best thing to do is go to someone on eBay, ask them if there's any issues with it, any problems in it. If there's not, it's fine and good to go. I've not seen any long-term problems where the device has failed, you know, after a few months or anything, and this has been out since about September time last year. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Let's say we'll have a look at some games next, I think. Right, let's fire it up. I mean, I've already turned it on pre-recording, just because it takes can take a full minute to power up at first, but then it's really meant to be a ongoing power. But there you go, straight away. I pressed the power button just down there. Drag that in to unlock it. Home screen's nothing on it. This was a bit disappointing with the home screen, because you can put stuff on it, but if you turn the console off, everything disappears. You have to get like a launcher, I think, program installed to put on it, but I've not really got that far with it yet because I've only been setting up mostly for emulators and stuff. Let's have a look at the apps I've got on. Like I say, I've been loading, getting my hands on loads and loads of ROMs. Something I went for first is a program called Every BIOS. That was the speaker showing. That's fairly loud. I don't know how well that comes out on the camera. Yeah, Every BIOS, I recommend everybody get this because basically what it does is, you see, that's a list of pretty much every retro console ever made, because a lot of these emulators need the BIOSes to get, so rather than mess around looking for them on the internet, get them off this program. You tap each one, it just downloads it straight to the memory card. And the way the emulators work, or most of them, is you just fire them up, turn them on. They can't provide the BIOS stuff for legal reasons, so you need this to download them. Very nifty tip for you there. Right, let's show off probably my favourite, but we'll go on the Mega Drive emulators. I was looking into loads of emulators. This thing will do up to Dreamcast and possibly GameCube games. It's a bit flaky on both. I mean, it'll run most of the early games, but some of the really good, like later games, it can struggle at times. But that's not because of the system, that's because of the emulators, you know, running them. You just need more development, really. But like, I picked up one there called Raycast. I've been trying to get Res working with it, and I haven't had much luck so far. But again, that's just something you'd mess around with later. The best one I really got was ESPXE, which is your PlayStation emulator. Nice and easy when you launch it in. Run BIOS, again, that was what I was saying before. It automatically finds the BIOS once it's set them. You can go into the preferences of the program, you know, loads of different options. You can set your screen ratio so you can have it stretched to 4:3, stretch to full screen, that sort of thing. And then just other things, but you'll see how well it goes when I run a game. So as you can see there, it's searching the games in the SD. I apologise for that, it's just because I've only just put the card back in. The card slot, by the way, is just on the bottom, and it uses mini SD cards. Come on there, lad, not too fast. Because it's searching, there's a big 32 card, there's tons of folders because I've been going a bit nuts with it. But the first thing I did is, I've had a copy of a translated copy of Police Noughts for absolutely ages, and I've just not had a chance to play it. But anyway, what we'll do, we'll just quickly fire that up. But as you know, it's found the games I just bunged on the card. The pictures are set by the software itself. I don't know how well you can see them. That's the actual PlayStation covers. Very, very nice. I'll just I've not set it up properly, that's why there's umpteen icons. It's not usually like that, it's just me. It's turn the sound down a bit. Set to 4:3 at the moment there. The sound button is down this side, by the way. The screen quality, it's LCD. I mean, I'm quite chuffed with it. For a portable console, it's pretty good. It's not Vita quality, but I think it's impossible to get Vita quality for this sort of console at this stage. I might be wrong because I'm not really big into phones and stuff. I know you can on like the iPhone and stuff, but those are like 300 or 400 quid a pop, 500 even, I think, in some cases. Alright, as you can see there, that's the game going to load to its menu and stuff. Now, one thing you need to do, I'll just turn the sound down on that, is map these game controls, you know, because it's going to be different for every game. But what you can do is the built-in software, there's a button here, you just tap it, and you see how it pops up all these buttons here. Now, each emulator or program will have buttons everywhere, and you can move these around. Like that there is for the right stick. If it's a game that uses the right stick, L1, R2. They always have buttons because they're meant for like touchpads and touch phones, really. They're not meant for things with gamepads in, so you can program the games, and it's very, very nifty. I was very impressed with it. Like at the moment, like I said, they're all set to the PlayStation at the moment, but I think you can have like a different version. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go back. Well, yeah, quick game. We don't want to show this one off, really. Yes. Let's have a look at MD-EMU. This took me ages to figure out what I've been doing. If anybody's using a Mac, you won't realise this, but if you then copy stuff onto this drive, it creates, every time you copy and paste something, it creates these Finder files. So it replicates the name of every single item in a folder, puts a dash before it, which are usually hidden from you. It's like hidden files on a Windows PC. Except this thing shows them all. And I couldn't get anything to work because I was trying to load them on this massive list of hundreds of bloody ROMs, and it turns out, anyway, yeah. Right, let's have a look at recent games. Now this beauty will do Master System and Sega Mega Drive games. Now you can get loads of free emulators, but some of the best ones are the, it's like MD.EMU or NES.EMU. It's always .EMU, and this guy, he does loads of them. Like, he does pretty much every system: Neo Geo, Game Boy, SNES. I've not picked that one up yet, even though I've got the ROMs for it. But yeah, let's just have a look at Road Rash on the Master System to give you an idea. Restart game. Because these are some of my favourite games, the Road Rash ones. Oops. I was really impressed when I played this. I didn't think it would look so good on the Master System. You'll see why in a minute. I played this one first before. It just looks like the Mega Drive telescreen. It's such a perfect version of it. Then you play the game. There we go. Now the only thing it doesn't have is the speed. That's not the emulator, that's just the way the game is, but you have the same problem on the Mega Drive Road. This is as fast as it goes. But you know, for a Master System game, that's pretty good looking. I mean, compare it to some similar games. All I do is anywhere near, and great collision detection there. Let's see if we go into the back of him and fly off. Yeah. Can get knocked off. Anyway, let's go back a game or two. I couldn't get Road Rash 1 to work on the Mega Drive, so we'll look at the second one, which is the Mega Drive game. Restart game. There we go. Really excited when I started playing this, you know, it's like Road Rash in your pocket. I've got the button set. Like I say, the close finger with the buttons like A, B and C. That's great for SNES game because you've got that natural, that's for the position of the 4 buttons. It's a bit wonky of course on the Mega Drive, so I have them as A, B and C like that. Alright, let's just press start and get it going. Yep, start right, yes please. Straight away, you notice the difference in quality between the two consoles. But push straight off. Oh. I am, by the way, if you think I'm playing terrible, I'm doing my usual again. I'm having the console's right in front of the camera, and my arms are all stretched out, and I'm looking at this view through the viewfinder, which is not the best way to do it. But anyway, I've loaded this thing up with emulators. Let's just have a quick look at Sensible Soccer there. Oh, here we go, straight away. Ooh, terrible. All you World Cup fans out there, that's as close as I get to the World Cup. Anyway, Land of Illusion on there with Mickey Mouse. But yeah, you get loads and loads of options and stuff. This thing will, at the moment it's only in alpha stage at running Sega CD games and Mega Drive CD games, but the guy's promised he is working on that. He's done fantastic work with some of these. Let's have a look at the NES-EMU. I've not got many games on this, surprisingly, but it's most of me favourite ones. I've got a Final Fantasy VII hack. I mean, look at that. This was a Chinese NES game that was translated in the last couple of years, I think. Right, new game. I mean, look at the start of that, it's brilliant. I haven't played this much at all. I say it's on the list, ready to play. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's look at another game. I think probably everyone's favourite game, especially mine, is Darkwing Duck because of the music. But this looks fantastic on this. Yeah, I am Darkwing Duck. You can, I don't know how well the sound's coming out on the camera from the system speakers, but to my ears it sounds great. They're really clear. Yeah, I wouldn't be playing that out in public, and it does sound better with stereo headphones, obviously. But again, this whole unit, you can pick them up brand new, which again, don't get them second hand because then you know exactly what you're getting. But let's start that. But I mean, this one cost me 100 quid all told, and that was included postage. I personally think this may be the greatest retro console I've ever owned. Yes, it's all emulators and stuff, but just for the fact of having it in your hand, being able to plug it in your TV, the amount of stuff it'll do. What I've not shown you, because I've still not got around to doing it yet. That's that one. I've gone the wrong way. I mean, you've got full access to the Google Play Store. And I'll just do a search, .mu, like this, where is it now? Let me find him, let me find one. Yeah, it's this guy here, Robert Broglia, sorry, I can't even get his name. Even if you've got any technical questions, he does a free edition as well for you to try it, but that's got ads in, I think. But each app, it's about £2.30 or £2.50. Well worth it. There's loads of other emus you can get on there, but these are definitely the best ones. But he does things like a Neo Geo Pocket. I've not put the ROMs on yet. PC Engine, I've been getting my hands on loads and loads. You know, it's £2.99. Neo Geo Emulator, £2.39. C60, Commodore 64, Spectrum. I have actually got a Spectrum emulator. Sorry, I'll just let me go back. Hang on a minute. I do get a bit confused with this because it's not my forte. Oh, what am I doing now? It's not usually my forte. I'm too used to the Apple setup. X Spectroid. I heard this was pretty good. Anyway, virtual keyboard. X to exit, B to play. I have no idea what I'm doing there. There's a B. It's not actual B, it's the B on the board, but it's doing nothing. Anyway. Oh, but you see what I mean? Tape loader there straight away. Oh, right, we're in. So it includes some free ones. I'm sure you can hide that keyboard overlay in the options, and yeah, you can. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing, so don't take that as a fault with the console. That's just because I'm a bit of a plonker and I've not used it yet. I don't know how to get out of things. There's buttons everywhere, so you'll get, there we go, that's the home button. But yeah, chuffed to bits with this. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. It's throws all sorts that you throw at it, and you've got the full Google Android store. I haven't downloaded it yet, but you can get things like latest Android games, and then as you're playing them, because you'll have on screen like digital D-pads which show up. I should have shown you on the PlayStation 1 really, but it'll show them as the grid drawn over. But you just use the button press, plan them to that, and bish bash bosh, off you go. Yeah, very, very excited with that. Amazing bit of kit, does all sorts, and I would highly recommend one. Yeah, so let's leave it with that, guys. As always, thanks for watching and look forward to another video soon.